is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. Well, it's good, YouTube. Quinn Wade with my annual ranking. We're going to start off with the point guards and work our way up the positions. I'm only going to do my top 5 because the other ones are good. They're interchangeable. They're great. But at the same time, it's the elite of the elite. And I already did my top 10 players. And now I'm just going to focus on the top 5 players at a particular position and give you reasons why I have them where I have them. Remember, this is all just my analysis, my opinion. If you disagree or you don't think I got something right, you can always write in the comment section. You can always tell me what you think. I do read every comment. I do respond. So let's have some fun with the top 5 point guards. I'm about to start from 5th and go all the way up. And this should be pretty fun. So number 5 is Kemba. Kemba has been a player that I haven't been as high on as everybody else for the last couple years. I thought that Kemba was a good point guard, not a great point guard, and one of the main reasons was he struggled with efficiency. He struggled shooting the ball, and he had to have some growing pains throughout his career. And I feel like he's starting to figure it out, even though he is older now. Boston will allow him to play a much easier game because Brad Stevens had made Kyrie more efficient. He helped Isaiah Thomas become what he became, almost a max contract player because of those numbers. And he loves the little small point guards that can shoot and that can handle the ball and sneak through little defenses and give you some floor space. And then I think Kemba is another point guard that's going to be utilize and really get the best out of because of Brad Stevens, one of the best coaches in the NBA. And, he's going to have to still score a lot of points because he still is probably the best player on this team. And Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum haven't came yet. They haven't developed into go-to guys right now. They still on the brink of blowing up, but they haven't blew up just yet. But Kemba coming off an all-NBA third team, coming off an all-star starter position and working his way up and up and up and putting in more work. I think that's going to continue this year. I think he's going to be one of those top 5 point guards for a long time because he has finally mastered the game. He finally understands the game. And he figures nobody can really guard him or stop him. He had a lot of explosions last year, just going for 60 and 40 and 50 points and hitting game winners, taking over games. And that's what you want out of your guy. And the Celtics got a guy that can do that, but he also have a lot more help. So that should make Kemba's job a lot more easier and a lot more smoother. And we might not have seen the best of Kemba just yet. And we're going to see if that's true this year. And they're going to need him to do a lot of those things that he did in Charlotte. It's just that he's going to have a lot more help. And that should make his job a lot easier. And hopefully it does. But I'm also looking forward to seeing how he does in the regular season and the postseason. Number 4 is Russell Westbrook. A lot of people think Russ fell off because of the fact that his efficiency in the free throw line and he still can't shoot threes and he's an overrated passer to certain people. But what I will say is I had Russ on my all NBA third team. Majority of last year, he still did give you a triple-double. He still helped the OKC Thunder make it to the playoffs. He still took somewhat of a back seat to Paul George, and it ended up being a smart decision. But he also showed that he can still impact the game. He can still help you win games, and he showed that he still is one of the better all-around players in the NBA. If he can only shoot, he would have had a better career. But even with him not being a great shooter, he still was able to give you 30 points a game. And with more talent, he was able to give you less points, but he was actually able to take more of a back seat the last 2 years. And I think that's going to be important with him in Houston. I think Houston going to get him a lot of easy opportunities and a lot of easy assists, and they're going to play a style just like I seen the preseason that really benefits and complements his game, which means he should have a fun, exciting year. And he's playing with a guy that he really wants to play with in James Harden, and that only makes you more enthusiastic and more excited if you rush to go out there to war with your brother. But also, he's at the prime of his career. I think he did go down a lot last year, but he still is one of the best players at his position. This is an MVP. This is all NBA first teamer. This is an All Star MVP. He's one of the best players, but what goes up must go down. He went down a lot last year, but he's still one of the elite players at his position at the end of the day. Number three, Damian Lillard. I know a lot of y'all will have Dame higher, but I'm not as high on Dame as a lot of other people. And a lot of you guys know that already. But Dame has showed that he can be clutch. He closed out the Thunder. He showed that he can still be one of the best scorers in the league, whether it's from getting to the paint, knocking down threes, or just helping his team win. The Portland Trailblazers have consistently won 50 games in the West every single season that Dame has been there. And he has got less and less talent, but he continues to find ways to help and do what his team needs him to do to win basketball games, and you have to give him credit on that. He has been able to accomplish a lot of things, and he has been able to do a lot of things, and I think that he's starting to get the credit that he wants from people, and he's starting to get the respect that he desired. He's been complaining about it for a lot of years, and people are starting to see it, and all he had to do is continue to play great basketball, continue to encourage and believe in his teammates, and he did those things, and it just helped him be consistent and helped him be one of the tougher teams to guard. And I have to say, Portland is a threat. Portland is a team that's one of the teams that you already know is going to make the playoffs, and him and CJ is one of the best duos in the entire NBA, and they've been able to prove that year after year after year. But I only got Dame at three, and he didn't really play that good against the Warriors or Denver. But that's another reason why I had him down. Number two, I got Kyrie Irving. I feel like Kyrie is slightly, in my personal opinion, better than Dame. He's not the leader, or he doesn't have the human qualities that Dame has that a lot of people like. But Kyrie is an honest guy. He's a guy that can get to wherever he wants on the court. He's one of the best finishing point guards in NBA history. He's a great free throw shooter. He's a great 3-point shooter. He had shown improvements on his playmaking ability. The only thing that really hurt Kyrie last year was the fact that not only did he miss more games, was the fact that he didn't play that well against the Bucks. And that's the thing that really stains him and what people think about him. But at the end of the day, when I look at Kyrie and I look at what he can do and I look at what he has been able to do over his whole career, Kyrie has been one of the best scorers in the entire NBA. And he has also upped his efficiency since he's been the guy in Boston. He had the last year in Cleveland, he showed that he can be an efficient scorer, and has been able to keep that up throughout the year. So I feel like Kyrie, he's efficient. He's a guy you can trust in isolation. You can trust in clutch moments, and the fact that he can help a team win games and he can be a difference maker on a team. He might not have the personality that you want. He might not have the leadership qualities that you want. But when it comes to just being a great player, he has been able to do that, and he still is doing that currently. And number one, I got Stephen Curry. This is not a surprise. Most people is going to have Steph. Steph didn't have the season that everybody wanted him to have, but everybody around the league and everybody that watches basketball know that Steph is the best point guard. He's the only one that's winning championships. He's the only one that's going to finals. He's the only one that can shoot the way he shoots, that can impact the game the way he impacts the game, and the fact that he's efficient doing those things, but he also is not scared to take a back seat. And when they need him to step up, he's most of the time he's there. The thing that people criticize him most for is his playoff performances, but he continues to win championships and he continues to help his team win games in the regular season. This is going to be an ultimate test for Steph as he finally doesn't have Clay for a long period of time. Can he help this Warriors team win enough games to make it to the playoffs, where then they should be able to make a run for the championship? But we all know that if Steph is healthy It's no offense and no defense that can really stop him, and there's nobody in the league that can really stop him. So he's gonna have some games where he's gonna obliterate players and teams, and he's gonna carry the Warriors to W's. But he has done that throughout his whole entire career, and I don't see why I should question it or think he can't do it now. So I'm a believer in Steph. I do have the Warriors making it to the playoffs. I think they can be a threat to any team in the Western Conference when they do get Clay back. And I think Steph is still going to be the best point guard for a couple more years to go. And his ability to be a playmaker, his ability to cause a lot of gravity, cause a lot of chaos, and his ability to keep moving and find other ways to score with or without the ball just make him so elite at his position. And he is my number one guy for the point guard. So let me know who you guys think is the best point guard. Let me know who you guys have in your top five, if you agree or disagree with my top five, or you feel like somebody I was sleeping on, somebody I was overrated, or you just think somebody has been overlooked. Whatever you guys think, let me know in the comment section below. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm gone. Like this video, check out my older videos on my channel. I have many playlists. I break down rookies, I break down players, I break down summer league. I do cover the draft, and I got a mock draft up already. Not only that, I do podcasts, and I also talk about the game of basketball, whether it comes to summer league, free agency, trade deadline, buyouts, and also I cover top 10 discussions and stuff like that. So you like this type of video, you like the NBA, check out my older videos and my playlists. I enjoy making these videos. You guys enjoy watching.